Hello, my name is Ananda Kirani Magita Wijasono. I'm study at Sekolah Indonesia Kuala Lumpur. Okay, I have a lot of hobbies. I like to watch my favorite cartoon, play my favorite game, and I also like to practice karate. I also like to make some robot and some game. I have an award for that. I got the best character design for my game. I got the creative project award for my robot, and I got the smart light from my robot. And now I win Young All-Rounder 2020 MakeX Park Housework Helper. Okay, today I'm going to share you my experience when I'm making my project. Okay. This project is called Smart Kitchen. This Smart Kitchen has two features, safety feature and food management. For safety feature, there are three sensors, water sensor and fire sensor and gas sensor. For food management, there are camera to detect input and output stock and refrigerator to put stuff and food, and there is weight sensor to calculate based on the amount of the weight. Okay, how the sensor work? Okay, if sensor detect a fire, it will give notification into my phone like this. Yeah, and then how is the food management work? Okay, so we will use camera image recognition to 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 detect input and output stock, and it will get added. So we need to say add. I want to take something, and then we scan the like that. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to tell you my poster. Okay. This is my poster. Smart kitchen safety feature. Okay. Why do we need safety feature? Because in the kitchen it needs to be a safer place. Okay. This is the water sensor to detect water splash while washing the dish. And this is the gas sensor to detect a gas. And then this is the fire sensor to detect a naked flame. Okay. And then my second poster is this smart kitchen food management. Okay, why do we need food management? Because in the future we can access the food stock in the refrigerator in real time using our phone. So here we will use camera image recognition to scan this Milo, and then it will update to input and output stock, and there it will have weight sensor. It will calculate based on the amount of the weight. Okay, I'm going to press it again. Okay, sharing. Okay. Mm. Okay, what did I learn in this competition? First is hard work pays off. While I was doing my project, I was have an exam too. So I need to both work hard on them. And at the end, I have win this competition, and then I get a good grade from my exams. Okay, and I have to stay focused because we have to stay focused and concentrate, especially when filming and making video. Try, fail, and learn. Okay, we always fail. That's make me really sad and frustrating. But at that, I can learn something from it to make it new and make it really work again. and then have fun. I really have fun playing. I mean, making this. I have fun and I have a new experience. I'm really happy when I win. And thank you, MakeX. Okay, thank you.
I wanted to thank you, like the judges, everyone who collaborated with the competition, the sponsors for hosting this. This isn't a traditional competition, if that makes sense. Like it's online, and it's very different than what I'm used to. You have to like make up something. It's not that you have to like solve a task. You have to like make a project of your own based on a theme. It was it was pretty fun.
So, just quickly going through what we do and how the mentors, what the mentors' role is in this whole journey, and what the students do at TBL. So when we get these students joining us, we will always start them off with our basic coding course. It's called Stage One. Here they're introduced to the MBOTs, the Cody Rockies, the Halo codes, and we teach them all the fundamentals of robotics and coding. And interestingly, the role of the mentor at this stage is that of a teacher. So the teachers, so we have to transfer all our knowledge to the kids, so they have a very strong basic understanding, fundamentals of coding and robotics. So once we're very happy with the way they are going to, once we're happy that they can go on and join the course, we enroll them in the Spark course, and it all begins with the ideation stage. So at this stage, we sit with them and we brainstorm all the ideas that they can do based on the theme of the competition. So that's very important. And again, the role of the mentor now shifts from a teacher to a supervisor. So we'll have to guide them to ensure that they choose the right projects so that they're judged accordingly. And so they cover all the aspects. Let it be coding, structured building, the electronics that's being involved, the AI that's being involved. So when the students and the supervisor are happy to move forward, then they begin constructing their project. So this is the build, code, and testing stage. So at TBL, then our responsibility becomes that of providing all the resources. That's very important for them to be able to do all of the things that they want to do and how to do it. And this is my favorite stage, because here my job now as a mentor turns into a head coach. Just like those football games, the purpose of the head coach is just to guide the students, the players. When they go onto the pitch, it's all them. And the same thing happens here at TBL. So the whole purpose here is now we just have to make sure that they if they get stuck, we're there to help them. If they're drifting on the wrong path, we have to bring them back on the right one. So once they get the prototype all tested and ready, then comes probably the toughest part of the whole competition aspect of it. It's the part where they have to present their masterpiece. This is a lot of fun, but at the same time, it gets stressful, because we have to ensure that these kids are able to display, all the aspects of their working project, so the judges can see their understanding of the project. And the role of the mentor now shifts from a head coach to that of a director, and they are our actors. So they have to go on stage and they have to present, they have to edit their videos, make wonderful posters. So that's a quick summary as to how this happens here at TBL. And we want them to enjoy the whole process. It can get stressful at times, as Ananda said as well, but it's always fun. All right. So that's what we do. Hope that was beneficial to you all. And in terms of how MakeX has brought this all together for us, I think it provides the Spark competition online provides a perfect end game. I think parents always are interested to know where their child is doing or what they'll be doing. By creating a theme, and especially an awareness theme of real world problems like smart lights with the energy efficiency, house helpers with, students taking responsibilities. The kids get to work on projects with real world applications, and it's all about getting them equipped with all the AI and technology knowledge that will make them future leaders, future innovators. And at such tender age, the amazing projects that I've seen from all of you guys, I'm really looking forward to what the world holds, and the problems you'll be solving in 15, 20 years down the line. So thank you, MakeX, for providing us such a brilliant platform whereby these kids can, show themselves, not only within their country, but to the rest of the world. We love collaborating with them. It's so nice to see young faces doing that. So a big congratulations to all of you from Pakistan, from TBL Robotics, on your magnificent achievements. So thank you, MakeX and the Big Block company for this.
Thank you, Mentor Bill, for your insightful opinion on your sharing. And I think there is a student who asking a question
Yes, yes.
from Emma Taylor, and she is asking any interesting moments to share during
Yeah.
your mentorship, probably.
Yeah, I would love to bring my students here. They will, like, they were at my throat at times when we make the videos. So we have to get it right. So they love saying, when they say Sir Bilal, they say again, because I have to do it again. So I had a case where when we did Zan's project on smart lights, we had 31 takes. 31 takes. That poor child was with us for 3 hours because he kept messing up. So it was a lot of fun, but it gets fun. Another very interesting moment to share, I think it's a very important that I share with all of you. A parent recently came to us and said that now his son looks at everything very differently. Before he was very quiet. Now he looks at, when the lights are on at night, street lights, in the daytime, he talks about, how they're not energy efficient, and, I could do this with it, do that with it. So that's very nice to see parents giving us good feedback, that these kids are starting to be aware of their surroundings and how AI can help improve. So good fun. Yeah. So yeah, Zako, the part on that is always fun, video editing. So,
Okay, got it.
thanks.
Casey asking any suggestions on mentorship? I guess Casey is another mentor from our country, so she would like to know any suggestions
Yeah,
for mentor.
I think when we're doing mentorships, I think step one where we begin is see, students when they come to us, they're very nervous, especially with the robots, and they might break one, they might have issues. So the one thing that we need to do is break the ice. So the first few sessions is all about them getting as comfortable and playing with the robots. So they take ownership of the robots. Oh, it can do this, it can do that. Break the ice first. Get them, because coding gets a bit difficult when students are shy to share their difficulties with you, and especially with coding, they won't ask, they won't tell you what they're not understanding, and at the end of the day, after 6-7 weeks of courses, you suddenly realize they've not understood anything. So we don't want that stage. So I think that's important as a mentor, identifying, becoming their friend and trying to identify all their problems. So you have to be close to them. Yeah, and so if that means that you have to play a lot of Fortnite and learn all about Star Wars, you got to do it. So I, I have to sit with my kids, students, and talk about all of these things. Yeah, they must become their friend. So that would be good. A good place to start.
Okay,
Yeah, I
thank
had
you
to
so
learn
much.
Fortnite.
Antonio said in the chatting room that he has seen all of the progress on your Instagram.
Look, we're here.
And he thinks
We
he
don't
did a great
share
job
that
in it.
much. I think we as a community have to grow very strong, and we're more than willing. We're always looking for others as well, what everybody's doing, and we're always here to share our suggestions as well. So let's make this a big collaborative effort to improve this. Right? I think that's enough for me. Thank you, guys.
So I get to know about MBot when about 2016 when I'm at Hong Kong. Okay, from that day I'm a big fan of MBot. Okay, so what I like about MBot is the software. It can do a lot of things, which
fuck up.
Yes. So which traditionally when we did other hardwares, we have been limited by the platform. Okay, so MBot has opened up a lot of possibility. Okay, we gain a lot of control. And previously when we are doing training on robotics, we're using a closed a lot of things we can't really control. Okay, but now with MBOT,
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so now what's going to happen is over at Singapore, because of the COVID period, we really have encountered a very big problem. So previously, when we are training for students for competitions, it all has to be cancelled. It's very bad. We can only do online training, and when we need to do some troubleshooting.
Number one, Taiwan.
When we are doing troubleshooting, it is extremely hard. Okay, but fortunately, because of and also competition is cancelled. But fortunately, we have MakeX. It is when all the competition is cancelled, the children are very, very, very disappointed, super disappointed. But fortunately, because of MakeX, they have something to work towards. And of course, they are excited. So the best part is we no need to motivate. They are willing to do well and to showcase their skills and everything they have learned throughout the year. Now, of course, that's why when COVID starts to be better in our country, we have managed to do some training. Okay, the students really need very little encouragement. Okay, they are all motivated to do well. So now what's the problem will be coming out with the topics or the challenges that they want to solve. Okay, so the first thing that they always tell me is, I want to build robots that can, the most common one will be the vacuum cleaner. So why do they do that? The main reason is because it's the only technology that they often see at home. So they think that it's quite easy to do. So to challenge them, okay, of course I have to say, no, we cannot do this. Okay, we have to do something that is not in the market. So of course, during this part, we will have a lot of rejection. Okay, of course, they'll be angry with me. They're angry with me. And we have to give, of course, we have to be like Bill just now who have shared, we have to be their friends. Okay, we have to let them know that we are with them. And we have to let them know that whatever technical issues, we will help them. Okay, so of course, once we have the topic set or the problems that we want to solve set, it will be super easy because more or less they are trained, okay, because of the previous competitions. And identifying, designing, and building the prototype will be relatively easy. Then, of course, so as what I've shared just now, so to think of novel creation is the most challenging part in the whole project. Okay, we take about 5 weeks to build our project. So each week about maybe 2 hours or 3 hours. And then after that, it is a lot of their own time they have to spend on their own time to build up their project. Okay. Yes, and about mentorship, the key thing is there's no secret lah. Okay, as Bill has shared, there's no secret, just dedication. We have to coach them, and we strongly believe don't spoon feed them with the solution. Okay, if we spoon feed them, and at the end of the whole project, they come and ask you, sir, what is this project about? Oh my God, then this will be a very big problem already. Okay, so if we coach them, eventually they will learn how to find the answer themselves. Okay, that's a key thing about mentorship. Okay, so for this competition, the challenge, one of the suggestion is if we can do with a group category, that's the That would be ideal. Okay. Yeah, because they work by themselves, they need help, then of course issues will happen. Okay, then they'll come to us. Okay, but if they work in a group, the group dynamic will push them on, and of course at the end of the day it will be beneficial for them, because at the end of the day they will have to work with people. Okay, so I'll show you one picture what's going around when we are doing training, and you can see that it is super messy. Okay, so we have all the robots on the table, we have all the laptops. Okay, so if you can see over there, there's about 6 children. 3 of them is super young. I think 6 or 7. That's why I'm quite, but sometimes the 6 or 7 years old, they have the most creative solutions. Yeah, so that's why I really like Spark, because it allows the very young children to do something. Okay, to do a competition, which normally in a traditional competition is about 10 years old and above. Okay, okay, so that is my presentation. Do y'all have any question?
Okay.
So our name is STEM Edit. As you know, we are located in Italy, on the east coast of Italy. Actually, we are right in front of Professor Udo Vicic in Pescara, that is the center of Italy. We are very young. Let's say as an institution, it was founded in 2018. So this actually is the first time we participate in this competition. The reason we participate this competition, because it's really few that in the world allow little kids to, to show or present their work. Also, especially this year, the special effect everyone knows in Europe, the COVID situation is really, really bad. So the country since March is continually locked down. So before, our activity covers from summer camp to after school project event with the companies or whatever. And this year, 2020, last year, 2020, we left only workshop and school project and a lesson online. Let's say share a little bit our experience. As you see, the name of a STEM at it. It actually has 3 meanings. One, it means Italian. I'm originally from China. Second meaning is IT, that is we are mission to teaching the kids, young kids, technology. And the third meaning is international. So we want to bring international curriculums and international events that all the kids from Italy that they could participate. The challenge, the reason we want to participate in competition, because we wanted to put a little bit challenge to the kids. So they have objective in the end of the project that is not they just learn and play. Okay, we want them to have a mission that there is one objective that they needed to reach. So it doesn't matter they're going to win or not. Actually, from very beginning, me and Lino, we didn't have any hope that our kids could win anything, because the project we targeted is only 3 months. And we started end of September. Again, the school's supposed to start beginning of September, and we were 2 weeks later again. So we just say, okay, we already said it, so let's just make it. And if the kids can really make some results, that will be a big surprising. And also it's the first time for us to teach IoT. We teach the 2 years of robotic coding, but IoT as a topic is also first time to teach young kids. We taught before for high school kid with Arduino. So Hello Code is the first time we use this kit for the young kid. And the difficulty, let's say, the situation not easy. So as you see this picture, Lino was giving the lesson in distance, okay, with a hardware. It's very hard because during these 3 months, we faced 3 times lockdown. So every time they found some case in the school and the whole school need to lock down, and we have to give a lesson 2 weeks in distance. But the situation turned differently in the end of the project. Let's say from end of November, we're telling the kids that now we finished our lesson. We finished the time for us to present. And now it's a time for you to be creative, to show your ideas about what is a smart home or house helper. Lino, do you remember that once we make this announcement to kids, and after the lesson, we was discussing, I say, hey, I don't think the kids is going to bring any ideas, okay? And let's prepare for project ourselves in case they don't bring anything, and we just to let them do what we prepared. So this is what we thought, we expected. But it's really shame because the kids, especially the elementary level kid, they brought us really, surprising. If you see this picture, oops. Okay, this is the day after. I don't know if you can see the picture.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, the week after, when we saw all the kids came inside the classroom with all their ideas, oh my goodness, I want to cry. And from that, the situation, let's say, it changed, okay? And also the motivation for us as a teacher, it completely changed. So the last things I would like to share, I write in Chinese. It's a 教学相长. Actually, in English, it means while you're teaching students, and the teacher will also learning from our students. The girl who won the young designer, her name is Claudia. She's not here today. Actually, we learned a lot from her. Okay, she made up the project totally by herself. And she met a lot of difficulties, like the sensor doesn't work, it doesn't read the colors. And we just give her suggestion, okay, you can change another sensor and try. But she didn't. She just focusing and committed on her idea, and she make a lot of practice, definitely home. And the week after when she come back, her idea resolved the problem. Okay, so we didn't really help her a lot. Everything is by herself. So it looks like we are the one not really committed. And when we met the problem, okay, let's change another option. But she's the one that continually stick on her idea and practice and practice and practice. And so really proud of her. So not so that much to share in our experience. Also the difference between the young kid and the big one. Actually, the same lesson, we give the 2 different groups. One is a 5th grade, that is a 9 and 10 years old kid. And they is the picture that you saw, they was wonderful group. Okay, very creative, very committed, and very concentrated lesson. While the other group is quite disappointing because they are 3rd grade of middle school. Actually was a 13, 14 years old teenager. So we thought they should be delivering higher quality of projects. But in the end, really, they are very distracted in lesson. The best lesson we had with Lino with them was the lesson on distance. Due to they are not together, so they are much more concentrated. So it's very funny, let's say.
Yeah, kids test the code and change the block. Middle school is not. It's look the lesson and finish.
They just copied. Actually, yeah, we prepared some projects for elementary school. And in the end, also, okay, you can present your ideas and we can participate. So there are 5 of middle school kids. They presented smart bin. That is what we designed. So we say, okay, if you wanted to participate, try it. But compared to the smaller group, was quite disappointing, let's say. So I'm very happy that MakeBlock, you offer this kind of opportunity to smaller group kids, okay? I think it's very important because a lot of time creativity or passion actually is coming from a small group. Then I want to end my my speak in some suggestions. So the first suggestion is for the participants. Actually, I already met this time. We have some kids, they are able to present the project by themselves alone. But then we have also one project that was presented by 2 kids. And it was not allowed. Well, I have to write their name, Luigi, Ricardo. But actually, there are 2 kids, but I have to present like one kid. There are also some students that wanted to make something together. So if next year you could also allow the student to present the work by alone or couple or multiplayers, I think it will be fun. And then I hope you could keep this, MakeX Spark, because it's different version from offline. Personally, I like this one because it looks more creativity. Because once you do the competition offline, there is a lot of standard and the rules, and they have to play a certain way. While this competition you made is quite a creativity. So and a lot of young people, and they don't have a cost to participate. From distance, shooting video, actually, basically everyone from any place in the world, they can do it. The third is support. I hope MakeBlock, you could share more projects, especially IoT projects as an open source. So it will be great help for us, institution teachers, to get more ideas. And the last is hardware. Let's say we use the IoT, HoloCode IoT kit that was €250, one kit. We have to buy it and rent to the school because for school, this is too high the budget for them to buy 20 kit. That is almost $5,000, okay? So let's say not all the schools, they have a budget. And also in Europe, but don't believe that Europe are very developed country, but a lot of schools, they are very tight budget. So they cannot participate because they have no money to pay external teachers or have money to buy the materials. And this definitely block the progress of digitalization. So the hardware, my suggestion, if you can have a different dimension of a kit, like a starter kit that the kids can do some basic things to learning, maybe €50, €30, okay? Then you can have add-on kit for different levels. For example, this €250 kit, there are many sensors that we didn't use. We might need more hours to use all the devices inside. And another is after 3 month lesson, actually we have many devices has been destroyed. You know, the kids, once they use, they are not so much attention, so they just pulling and sometimes drop on the floor and they step on it. So we have different devices that's been broken, but it's hard for us to find displace or replace devices, single one for kit. So if we broke something, it looks like we have to buy the whole kit again. It's but I mean, if you could have this offer that we can buy replace devices from MakeBlock, it will be great. So yeah, that's all what we're sharing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for Rera for sharing your excellent and unique experience of organizing the teams and also the mentorship for the students. Thank you so much. And I want to remind that if you guys have any questions to our speaker, you can put up the questions in our chatting room, or you can open your camera and ask the question. So, we got a question from Anna, and she's asking, how do you encourage students to join in a tough situation? So, Miss Laura, can you answer the question? How do you encourage students to join in a tough situation?
Let's say during the lesson, sometimes I have to interrupt. We have 3 teachers, sorry. While we were teaching the 20 group, we had 3 people presented. Lino was the main teacher, so he designed the slide project to teach. Then we have another assistant. She was helping modifying the lesson to see, okay, what problems we have during the lesson, and she write it down, and what the solution and how we can improve in the next time. And mainly I am there to look in the situation once the kids are too distracted, the class management having problem, 20 kids in one classroom, I mean, it's hard. So I remember when I told them why they needed to learn STEM, why they need to participate the competition, I told them the situation difference. I say a lot of you young guys, you have a really unsure the future, respect us. Okay, when we graduate from school, we know we could find job, we have a good diploma, but nowadays, a lot of young people, they are lost. They don't know what they can do. And in another time, in another way, let's say a lot of company is looking for like data scientists, programmers, very creative people, and they cannot find. And we telling them the difference, what is happening in the world, especially kids in Europe. They have been used to think they are the best. Okay, they are very good, they're a developed country. But I say, look, you need to see the kids in Asia, because I grew up in Shanghai, I was born there. And I studied in the United States. I say, you need to see the world, how it's changing. The kids in your age, in Indonesia, in Singapore, they work really hard, and they maybe you are same age, but they look much more advanced. So you are going to compete in the future with people in the world, not just in Italy or in Europe. So when I say that, the kids was really shocked. I don't know, maybe nobody told them before. So that can be motivation, but also parents, they are very motivated in the end once the kids participate the lessons. Let's say they're very proud that the kids, they can participate. It doesn't matter how is the project they present, but this is the first step to participation. So.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Your screen. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So hi everyone. I'm Herman. I'm 25 this year. I'm currently working under Arduino Code. So at Arduino Code, we teach kids and teenagers. So we teach them stuff like block-based coding, text-based coding, and as well as a little more advanced stuff such as Python, Java, and even stuff like game design. So Unity game design, even that we do that for our students. So for this year's MakeX Spark, right, we managed to get 8 of our students to join the competition, as we felt like it would be a very good experience for them because they've been learning text-based coding for quite a while now. And we think that it's a very good opportunity for them to show off, their skills and compete with people from all around the world and see, where they can place themselves at. So for our company, for our Arduino Code, our total process, we took about 8 weeks-ish for the competition. A lot of the stuff was a bit impromptu because we didn't really have much time to prepare stuff. So with the 8 weeks, we had to squeeze in a lot of things for the students. So for them, it might be a little tough. And so looking at our timeline here, so for the first 2 weeks, most of them, we got them to plan out and design what they wanted to do for the home helper. So what we did for our students is that we gave them a lot of freedom to do what they wanted to. So for me as a mentor, I gave them some base ideas that they could potentially work on, and the rest they pretty much just came up with themselves. So they are able to express their creativity and their ideas and to see it become an actual project. So the first 2 weeks or so was mostly just planning, designing, and actually finalizing what they actually wanted to do overall. And then from week 3 to week 6 is when they actually start building their projects, start coding, and have everything done so that they are able to do their poster design and video. And so obviously for the last 2 weeks, that was when most of their projects are already done. So that's when they start recording, show off their final projects, and also make a beautiful poster to show off what their project is. So I don't really have much to share, but these are some of our kids. So these 3 kids, they even won the award for Young Engineer. So I'm very proud of them. So as a mentor, this is the very first time I'm doing this, taking part in the MakeX Spark as well. So it's been a very eye-opening experience for me. And I'm sure that the kids that I have mentored has also had fun. And I hope that they are able to use the experience and the knowledge they've gained from this to become better learners. And I hope that they can do well in the future. So thank you, MakeX Spark, for organizing such a wonderful competition for all of us to experience. Thank you.